What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. What I got for you guys in this one is we're going to be talking about a teaser showing that Verdansk could be coming back to Warzone 2. So we did talk about yesterday Rebirth coming back, Resurgence, things like that. We talked about the Season 2 update. If you missed that video, make sure you check it out. The link will be in the description. But yeah, we covered everything you need to know about the Season 2 update. And one of the things is that we're expecting to see a Resurgence map coming in for Season 2. They know that a lot of the player base isn't really lasting that long. They're not really staying on the game. And they can see from the data that they need to do some things and they need to do them quick. So something that a lot of people notice with Building 21 is the location of it. So they said specifically that it is not on Al Mazrah. Building 21 is located off that map. So we didn't really understand what they meant when they originally told us this, but it seems like we actually ended up getting some teasers hinting at this place being located on Verdansk rather than on Al Mazrah at all. So this could be teasing that we might potentially be seeing Verdansk come in the future. Maybe we'll be seeing some locations. Maybe it could be somewhat of a second map option that we'll be able to play. So if people get bored of Al Mazrah, they can just switch on over to Verdansk and then play that, because a lot of people did love that map. It was a really good map. We loved Warzone 1, and then obviously, they took it away and things like that. So let's talk about the leaks and the teasers that we have suggesting that Verdansk could actually be returning to the game. So the first thing is when you load into Building 21, as you know, there's usually no map, so you don't really know where you're going. But at around the first 15 seconds of the start of the game, if you look to the top left corner, you can see that there's a little map that pretty much summarizes, shows you the whole building in general. So when you take the photo of this building and you look at it, it seems like it's inside of a crater. As you guys can see here, it just shows you the whole layout. There's a big crater surrounding it. This building is basically built inside of this. So the most interesting part about this is the fact that Verdansk ended up having this whole nuke final explosion event, and along with that, what they did is they ended up releasing this nuke near the stadium. You can see the coordinates in that trailer itself. And then when you look at it, it seems like, maybe this nuke did create a big crater and it ended up doing some damage to that location. And then maybe years and years after, Building 21 was built on top of that. So when you look at these photos and the coordinates, so this is originally the Verdansk location. So as you guys can see here, there's roads on the bottom. You can see the bottom side, they're marked in red. You can see these roads, and then in the very top left, pay attention to that grass, that forest. There's a patch, and then in the patch, there's some trees right there. So that's how I was able to look at that. And then when you look at the DMZ location, you can actually see that these roads are the same exact thing. You can see those same exact roads that are marked in red. And then you can also see that same exact patch on the top left. So that tells us that this location is built on the Verdansk map, and it was built in this crater location. Now, when you take a look at the trees and the vegetation and the things that are growing on the Building 21 image, you can see that it's probably been years and years, and a lot of time has passed since this building has been built and created, and since that nuke ended up originally going off. So it seems to me like they're not completely done with Verdansk just yet, and there might be even more in store for that. So maybe Building 21 is the first of many. They're just teasing it right now, obviously it being Season 1, and then maybe in the future they're going to start hitting in more teasers. And it seems to me like we could be seeing a return of Verdansk. Now, it might not fully return in Warzone. I mean, I think it personally will. It just doesn't make sense that they would scrap such an amazing map just completely like that without giving it the opportunity to come back and return. So sort of like maybe how Apex Legends does it, where they rotate maps every so often. Maybe they could do something like that. Another thing is that they will definitely incorporate it into DMZ. So maybe we might not be seeing everything go down in Al Mazrah with DMZ. They might expand it into Verdansk as the story goes on and things like that. And even another piece of evidence is Velikan. He is the boss of Building 21. He has to do with Shadow Company. And as you know, with Shadow Company, they had a lot going on with Verdansk. So the story ended up continuing on, and I feel like it's going to keep going on, going to keep continuing. And then also, don't forget that this year, we're not going to be getting a new Call of Duty. We're actually going to be getting some sort of an expansion pack. So it's going to be a big enough DLC where they're going to charge us $70, the full price of a regular COD, but it's going to stay on Modern Warfare 2, and this could potentially be one of the things that is going to be releasing with this expansion pack. So maybe we'll be seeing a new Verdansk location for anyone who owns this DLC pack. You'll be able to have access to this map, or you might have to pay for it. But I really do hope they don't go down this road and they make it free to play, so that way you can just rotate off maps, so that way the game isn't as boring and it doesn't die off, because we are going to be on this game after all for 2 years. So yeah, what do you guys think about this? Do you guys think that this is the first of many teasers to come? They have been teasing it for a little bit. I mean, even from the very start, as I mentioned earlier, they did tell us that Building 21 is not even going to be on the Al Mazrah map. So when people were asking about locations, things like that, they specifically said it's not going to be on Al Mazrah at all. They could have just said it's like an underground bunker. It's somewhere like, you know, in a redacted location, restricted area, somewhere on Al Mazrah. But they specifically said that. And that was what caught my eye a little bit. I mean, I was really interested in wondering if they specifically said that, does that mean that we might be seeing new maps coming into the game? I mean, it's one thing doing updates to an existing map, but adding a brand new one from scratch or bringing back a fan favorite, in my opinion, would be a really good idea. I really hope they do something like this. Obviously, with this year, the year just started. There's hopefully a lot of content that's going to be coming in. I don't think this is going to be something that's going to come anytime soon. This is like one of these videos where I want to create a theory and then we'll come back to it in a couple months from now, and maybe we'll have some more additional information to go over, more additional things to talk about. So if you do have any theories or any ideas on what you think they're going to be doing regarding the story, if you think they're going to be bringing the map back, comment it down below and let me know. We'll come back, we'll check it out, we'll talk about it. I'll even show some of the comments maybe in a video into the future, in a couple months from now, when we actually go back and check it out. So yeah, that's all that I got for you guys in today's video. It's very interesting news and very interesting topic. Not necessarily anything confirmed. Doesn't mean that we are going to be seeing Verdansk for sure come back into the game. It just tells me that we might actually have some more content in store for us than we originally expected. I mean, we got DMZ, we got Warzone, and we got multiplayer. So if they don't decide to just simply bring the map back in Warzone, they can always do some sort of updates, make it playable in DMZ, add it as a brand new map there. And even if they don't do it in DMZ, they could do it with raid missions. Maybe the next raid will be featured in Verdansk. Maybe you'll have to go back into that and retrieve something. There's always a bunch of different opportunities and missions and things like that that they can add into the game to bring it back. So there is very, very high hopes that this map could be coming back. But it seems as of right now, if they don't do it right away, they might be doing it in Warzone Mobile. I know that that's going to have like cross progression, so they are going to be encouraging people to play Warzone Mobile when that does release into the game, and then that's going to feature Verdansk, have some sort of Verdansk locations and things like that going on. I think they are calling it Warzone Legacy, something like that, but that's going to be for mobile, and that will be available for those of you guys who can't wait and you really want to try it out. Obviously, it's not going to be the same experience as playing it on like Xbox or PlayStation or PC, but that's just, I guess, some sort of a way they have for honoring that location. But definitely, this is one of many teasers that we are going to be seeing. I am super excited to see what they're going to be adding in next updates and things like that that are going to come around. Obviously, with Season 2, we might get even more teasers, and then maybe it'll be added in like Season 3 or 4. So who knows what's going to be going on and what's on their mind. But I'm super excited for this. If there's anything else that I missed, if there's even more teasers that I just forgot about or didn't know about, comment them down below. But that's all that I got for you guys in today's video. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you found this video helpful and informative, make sure you guys hit that like button and let me know what you guys think about Verdansk returning.